Greeting, family! Welcome to the Force Factor. My promise to you is to never disappoint by bringing the best of the best when it comes to business owner from various backgrounds. So, without further ado, let me introduce my guest, Dr. Pickens. Yes, you heard me, but Dr. Pickens is not just your regular physician. Dr. Pickens is also a board certified specialist in cosmetic medicine, accredited by the prestigious American Board of Emergency Medicine Association. But let me tell you, family, this is not why we are here tonight. Okay, we are here for something more fun. We are not going to talk about microbes and genetic issue or cosmetic issue. Tonight, we are going to discuss with Dr. Pickens about her new little passion. So, Dr. Pickens, please, would you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, thank you for having me so much. I appreciate this, Ms. Fall. And yes, well, this business I have been doing, um, I've been doing it for 8 years. It's not new. I'm kind of seasoned, and and I am considered, a leader in this business that I have. And it's been so fun and so informative for me. And I, like most people, right? I love to travel, and that's why I was looking for a way that I could travel more for less and travel for pennies on the dollar like a rock star. Who doesn't want that? So I definitely was looking for something. And I found this once in a life opportunity. I don't think there's going to be another opportunity like this in my lifetime anyway. And that's who could pass that up, an opportunity like this?
Well, we're going to know more about it. So, Dr. Pickens, what made you get into the travel industry? What attracted you to it?
Well, my husband and I went on a trip at a resort, and it was one of those all-inclusive resorts in Jamaica. And when I came back, I said, that was a nice trip, but boy, it sure costs a lot of money. I wonder if there's a way to travel like that for less. And I went to a networking, a business meeting, and I was there promoting my medical practice, and this lady across from me was promoting travel. And so I walked up to her and I said, tell me about what's going on. I'm looking for a way that I can travel for less. And so when she told me about that, there was a way, then I was all in, just made sense. And I didn't realize that I could not only travel for less myself, but I could actually earn an additional income by doing that. And I could actually make money from the travel bookings that I was doing for myself. That just blew me away. And
Wow.
that I got a return on investment within my first year with just one trip that my husband and I took to another all-inclusive resort. We paid half price and we got upgraded to Ocean View with our own concierge. I'm like, that's the way I'm supposed to be traveling.
Oh, wow. Dr. Pickens, I love it. I always travel with my family, so we are connected. I love your background, by the way. This
Oh,
is
thank you.
so beautiful. I mean, I'm already ready to book my next vacation with you. If you can send me there, you got me as a client. So my next question for you, so yes, you went for, a medicine seminar and then you ended up discovering the travel industry. So what challenges have you faced while running Decadent Travel? This is the name of your business, by the way, Decadent Travels. I love it. I believe I'm using the little verbiage over here. We call it a side hustle, but I know it's more like a passion for you. Plus, you traveling for free and making extra money from it. So, how have you been able to overcome those challenges? Like, if you mention any, if we can know more about it, please.
Well, I think for me, being a physician and in private practice, um, you know, those of us who are sole proprietors in private practice, you only earn money when you're there working. There was no vacation time or, paid time off or anything like that, like someone who has a job may have that has benefits. Well, so that was a challenge for me. And being able, because basically when you own a business, you work every day, right? So pretty much every day. And so for me, with there being no days off, I was the challenge was to make sure that I could devote some time so I can actually travel and earn money from traveling. So, but the thing is that there's no quotas and there's no one standing over you telling you what you have to do. There's no contracts, there's no quotas. You do what you want to do. It's your own business. And you can, and I was find that I can work in the nooks and crannies of my day and maybe 5 minutes here, 15 minutes there. And I am good at leveraging, being a business owner. I'm accustomed to having people to help me in the business. If you want to build a dream, and I have dreams. I have big dreams for myself and for my family, and to leave a legacy. And I'm working for my last name, and so that I can leave a legacy to those coming behind me, and also to bless other people. I've been able to bless others greatly. And so that's what it's all about. You want to leave an impression and leave an impact on others. And so by so doing, there are people in my circle and my network who had more time than I did. So I can leverage their time. And even people that have coached me in this business, I leverage their time because I may be seeing patients while they are talking to someone about that I'm bringing to learn about the business. So that's how you can do it. We all have the same amount of time, but it's how we utilize our time. And if we actually make use of the time that we have, who knows what you can do. I don't watch a lot of TV. And I don't, I have a calendar. And so I have, what I'm supposed to be doing each day.
Wow. Dr. Pickens, I'm very, very amazed because, we all know that doctors are very, very busy people. So you just telling me that time was maybe one of your biggest challenge, but you was able to leverage from your team members that was available. So you guys actually working as a team, which I really love, love, love to hear that. You also mentioned something that is close to my heart. You say, you want to leave a legacy. And this is why I do what I do too. So I love that, be able to leave a legacy and also doing what you love to do is not taking a lot of time. You also mentioned about planning. And I think a lot of business owner need to understand that you have to understand how to use your calendar is very important. And like you said, you're still available, even if you're not engaging with your client, you know your prospect, you still have like a good team that support you. But so I going to this, I have like another question. So how do you market or how do you promote Decadent Travel? Like, are there any specific strategies that you use, a specific platform that have been particularly effective for you?
That's a very good question and a very common one. And, I name my business Decadent Travels because, I want to travel decadently, not just like the average. And so, and I think I deserve it, and so does everyone else. So, the marketing strategies that we have, I am learning. It's almost like I'm going to business or marketing school. When you're a business owner, you learn some things about marketing in order to stay in business. And I've been a business owner since 1995, but I can collapse time. And gosh, in this business, that's one of the things I love about it is because I'm learning from literally multimillionaires in business and marketing and millionaires that are pouring into me and as well as my other business partners the strategies of how to market. Most people come into own a business, it's their first time. Most of the people who are my travel business partners, they have never owned a business before. They don't know anything about how to run a business, market a business, and how to run a company. And you don't need to. That's the beauty of this. It's for
Yeah.
anybody we have people who were literally the number one business owner who was a waiter at a restaurant. And the top three never even finished college.
Mm.
And I'm talking about people making over $100,000 a
Wow.
month. So this is something that, we teach people, don't hold on to that $50,000 a year when you can be making $50,000 a month. So why settle for good? A lot of people say, I'm good, I'm making enough, but when you can be great. And so, our leadership tells us, I want people to want more for themselves and not settle for what they think is making them comfortable. I want them to want more for themselves. And they teach us the strategies of how to promote our businesses and how to market. I didn't know
Okay.
anything about social media. I learned all of that in this travel business
Wow.
and much, much more. And it's helped me in my medical practice.
You leverage that too.
Now I know how to go live and I do it. Actually, I did it today in my medical practice with a patient. I didn't
Oh,
know anything
wow.
about that until here. It's
Yeah.
like I'm going to business school without going to business, without paying for business school.
That is pretty good. So, so basically is one of the business where, it's not the type where you get signed to join the industry and then they just drop you and you on your own. You do have a pretty great support. I love how you say that, you have been in business in 1985. Like I tell people, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. While you have been in business since 1985, you have changed again and moved toward the travel industry for now 8 years. So that's very interesting, for people to think sometime when you approach them with an idea, oh, I'm too old for this, or I can't do this, it's too late in my life. So this is very good and, optimistic to know that it's never too late. You did it. I mean, you a doctor. This is usually what we tell our kids: go to school, become a doctor, and and that's it. So having a doctor that feel like yes, I'm a doctor, yes, I'm accomplished, but I'm not happy because I can't get enough free time. I have people on the top of my head telling me what to do, how long to work, and all this thing. And here I am discovering something that is supposed to be fun that actually bring me money. Like you mentioned, some people making over $100,000 a month. This is amazing. I mean, I'm sure maybe a big great doctor would make that much money, but then again, what's the liability behind it? When is this is just so fun? Like, I love it. Also, I have a question. As I mentioned, that have you noticed any synergy or connection between your medical profession and Decadent Travel? Like how these two kind of you think maybe complement each other?
Well, like I was saying, what I'm learning, my professional development and my personal development in my travel business because of my leadership and my mentorship has helped me to grow. And it's helped me to be confident and it's helped me to be a better leader. We read books in travel, in my travel business. We read about a book a month. And these are leadership skills books and personal for relationships because relationships is the real currency, right? You don't have a business if you can't relate to people. They're not going to want to do business with you, right? And the same thing if you have employees. They don't want, you want to be able to get a relationship with your employees so that you all can work as a team and excel as a business. If we all have been at businesses or jobs where we didn't particularly like our boss,
Yep.
and that reflected our productivity. And so, and then also our home life. I mean, we're all we may be the head of a household. We may have a husband or significant other. We may have children. And this is helping me to learn how to have relationships with them. So what I am learning, my leadership skills, I'm bringing to my team at my office, my medical practice. And I have had them learn look at some of the same videos that I'm looking at and I'm learning from. Customer service, that's big here in the medical field. It's also big here in the travel business. So I have them, this is how you want to greet the patient on the phone. This is how you want to greet the patient when they come in the door. Make them feel welcome. Same skill set. It's a lot of overlap. And so that's what is, and I have actual platforms to help me to teach that to them. And they're well, as I'm learning, they're getting the benefit of my learning. As I'm reading the books, John C. Maxwell, anybody who knows leadership knows about John C. Maxwell, Jack Canfield. We're reading all of those books. And actually, and even the Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, he was our speaker at our annual convention for my travel last year. We came back and read his book. And these people are trained and we're learning from them. Les Brown and John C. Maxwell is going to be our keynote speaker for this upcoming 2025. So that's how I am taking those skills and how it has happened in my medical practice
Wow, I
and
love
my
it.
home life, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, and bringing customer service is very much everything. I know, in a medical, you like to call it bad manners.
Bedside
So
manner. Yeah.
so that's definitely, I can see how those two industry can mirror each other, because a lot of things, like, people want to spend them hard earned money, places they appreciate it. And so this definitely is, I can clearly see that. You also mentioned a lot of great speakers. You mentioned about education. I love that. I feel like this business is pretty much positive, like you say, in your personal life. It also impacts your business, because you're able to train your employee at your office. So you literally are winning all across the board.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, and I can feel your energy. I love it. It's so positive. Not only you're a beautiful woman, I you know
Oh, thank you.
beautiful. I mean, you mentioned 85. I want to say this woman looked like she was born in 85. Not insulting you, because you have to go to medical school somehow. So you are a very beautiful woman. I have, I think, another question. What is your take on ideas? That people claim that, oh, travel agents are not really, making money, because we do have a lot of you know, self-booking site. Like, I'm not gonna really advertise any, but those. So what is your intake on that idea?
So a lot of what the industry has done is taken us from the brick and mortar travel agencies, because I'm old enough to know we had to go to AAA or go to some travel agency downtown. And my biggest frustration with them is none of those people have ever traveled where I want to go. Why are you a travel agent and you don't travel? What are you here for? What advice do you have to give me? And you haven't even been anywhere. So you're just here, passing out brochures. So I would say probably about 85% of the suppliers of and vendors of travel get their travel from travel agents. So let there be no mistake about it. Travel agents are primarily booking most of the travel. Now, what has happened over the past, I don't know, I guess maybe, I don't know when it happened, like for about maybe about 30 years, they have turned us all into travel agents by booking. We book ourselves online, but we're doing it as amateurs. We don't get paid. The owner of that online, that .com, is getting the commission. There's
Mm.
always a commission when a travel booking is booked. I didn't know that. So that was the number one reason why I purchased a travel agency, because when I did all the research for that resort, that all-inclusive resort that I was telling you about, it took me a while. I was checking different sites and checked the resort and calling them up. And I went online, or maybe I went to the resort itself and booked it. But when they told me in this business that transaction I did and all the work that I did, somebody else got paid, my commission, oh
Mm.
no, who works for free? I just did all this work and then somebody else is going to get the commission on the travel. That's coming home in my household. So why would I give away the commission already built into each and every trip and not keep it? To me, that's
Mm.
like highway robbery.
Yeah.
So for no other reason than I just did the work, I need to get paid, it was a no-brainer for me.
Thank
No
you
break.
so much, Doc. So, do you have any advice for people that have limited funds? Because I was in different platform, and every time, somebody would ask a question, if you had money, what would you do? And 80% of the people would say travel. So, any advice on how to travel on a budget?
Well, that's what we do. We train people. I mean, that's what we're here for. We can take any client and work within your budget. That's one of the reasons why people should use a travel advisor.
Mm,
Price. We can get you the best price. We price match and we can get you the best price. There's inventory that we have access to that the .coms online don't have access to.
mm,
There's a certain amount of inventory that is saved for travel advisors. So we are not only travel agents, we're not a booking engine. We have booking engine. People can book on our own booking engine and we can get paid that way. But we offer guidance and advice. You're not going to get that from the .coms. So if you we will, and speaking of customer service, this is what we offer. You get no customer service from online, right? So if something happens, who are you going to call?
yeah.
Once you hit that submit button, those traveling fees, part of that fees is your commission that you should have gotten, and we can show you how to get it. But we're the ones that are going to give you information about where you're going. That's what we do. We didn't just become travel advisors to book travel for other people. We travel. That's what we do. And we are invited to these resorts to learn about them so we can come back and provide information to our clients and customers. And they give seminars to us, so that we can, and they are promoting their product so that we know about the product. So before we send somebody there, if we don't know personally, there's somebody on our team that probably has been there or knows someone who's been there, and we can give you advice. And we know how you want to travel. We know you. Some people, maybe a Generation Z who wants to, they want a lit trip. That's what their terminology. They want it to be lit, okay, as opposed to maybe a retired couple who saved all their money and now they're ready to travel. And to them, going to see by the beach at that water that you're seeing in my background, they want to just kick their legs up with a smoothie and read a book. So we can plan that trip that you want, not just a trip you found online. Some people, have totally different expectations, but we will know what you want, tailor it to you. If your husband is, having in need of a hip replacement, we're not going to put you on the cabin that is all the way down the hall from the elevator. We will tailor it so that you have the best experience. I sent my some people that I know who are customers of mine. One was celebrating a birthday. She went to 11 cities in Italy, and her friends were going on this. I just booked her on their trip. They already had it together, and I just booked it. And so because I know her and it was her birthday, I called up the resort and said I want her to have a bottle of champagne and a birthday cake with a candle in her
Mm,
room when she arrives. And the resort pays us. That's how we get paid. That's one of the ways we get paid. And that's the majority of the way that we get paid. And so out of my commission, I did that for her. I had, we're going to arrange everything for you, transportation to and from, and make sure, I had the sign out, the transportation company limousine come to pick up, my customer, and it was his birthday too. Happy birthday, he went with his family, and the balloons, and they sang happy birthday for him in the airport. Is a online.com going to do that? No.
yeah. Thank you so much, Doctor. You give us so much information. I think our intake is basically My intake to it, if a doctor can do it, I can do it. Because you make enough money, and if you see the value in this industry, I don't need to go to extra research on my Google research to come up with something. I think I can definitely trust you. I believe that you did all the research for us. So you also, like you say, I love the part where you say, they you guys are able to visit the resort, you get invited to visit the resort. It's like free vacation to me in some cases, and always somebody that been in one of those places that you promote. So I'm very, 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 very honored again to have you on a Falls Factor platform. It's my absolute pleasure. Thank you for sharing so much insight about this company. um Now it's up to the viewer to understand the value into Decadent Travel. Reach out to Dr. Pickens. Information will be posted right under the video. Dr. Pickens, also, can you just give us like maybe a phone number or any information you would like for them to, um, if whenever we need to reach out to you and to for more information, definitely to understand how to join your wonderful company and be able to benefit from those great destination. I keep you put that order right there, and then you got me. I love
Absolutely. Yeah, I can
water.
absolutely do that. So my phone number, 301 area code 375-0255. 301-375-0255. And
Thank you so much.
I'm and it's Decadent Travels. You can go to decadent.trips.com, and I think it's .com, or is it .net? It's one of them. And but
They
call
can
me,
call you.
I'll give you the
Yes,
information. And for penny, I mean, it doesn't cost. I mean, I just put it out. There's $200 for $200. It doesn't make sense not to to be giving money away. And
definitely. Yeah,
anybody can do this business. The person who trained me yesterday was a bus driver,
yeah,
working 80 to 120 hours a week, sitting on the bus.
yeah.
Now he's making residual income over $100,000 a year
Wow.
residually.
Yeah,
A lot of us work in this area and make $100,000, but he doesn't have to work to get it's coming to him, not us
yeah,
going to get up with an alarm clock to go get it. It's a totally different
yeah.
income.
I mean, people need to really look into it, and I'm glad you also offering book travel. You can have people insert in some book already set. So, I think it's smart to say that is a pretty. It's gonna be a great decision to look into that. Please reach out to Dr. Pickens if you cannot find her information. Reach out to me. I will always have it. I've been knowing Dr. Pickens for so many years, and her credibility is enormous. Like, I'm very, very, very honored today to have had the privilege to interview Dr. Pickens. I know your time is very valuable, and I really, 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 truly appreciate your time with us tonight. Thank you so much. Stay beautiful, and
Thank you.
thank you for coming to the Force Factor, Dr. Pickens.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.